Hi folks, come out and see us at Backyard Spa and Leisure here at 4105 Southwestern. Come out and see the finest selections of sunrooms, pergolas, hot tubs, outdoor kitchen and living space, everything for the backyard. Give us a call.
Welcome again. We are in week 5 of Pigskin Preview.
Moving right along. Boy, the time has gone by fast, Lance.
I know, it's the last games of September. Then actually we're in October when these games take place.
That's exactly right.
Jon Mark, at this point, some teams have separated themselves, and we're down to 4 undefeated teams, which is a big deal for the program, for the kids at the school, the fans, the moms, the dads. That's 0 in the loss column.
Well, 4 out of what, about 65 or 70 teams still have not lost yet, and I think you have to start with the #1 ranked team in Class 1A, and that's the Canadian Wildcats.
Yeah, Chris Ketting has taken over that program this year. He's been a longtime offensive coordinator, and they have not missed a beat. They've outscored their opponents 220-54, went over to Clayton, New Mexico, and they were up like 42-7 at half. Jon Mark called it off, put the second string in there. I'm sure they did a great job, but didn't score in the whole second half. So they have really been on a roll.
Right, yeah, you're exactly right. They have not missed a beat. They've got that program running, and but they're not the only ones. You've got a team like Lahnert. Lahnert's 5-0 under Stephen Young, and Lance, they got a game with, I guess it's maybe one of their last. I won't say it's their last one, but it's a non-district game with Seminole tonight in Plainview. What do you think about the Wolves?
Well, the Wolves under Stephen Young was the defensive coordinator under Coach Steve Parr at Paladuro and Plainview. Heavily enthusiastic guy. Yes. He is fun to watch coach a game. And the Wolves are just on a roll. They've outscored their opponents. 220 seems to be the lucky number. They've all scored 220 points and given up just 29 in 5 games.
I tell you what, they're making a believer out of more people every week with each win. And they're not just skating by either. They're winning handily, and probably will do the same thing this week.
Along with having the greatest first name of a kicker in Zinzan Putnick, I think how you say it. But anyway, way to go Zinzan. I'm sure he's been busy with 220 points.
Right. Another team that's undefeated, of course, is right here in Amarillo, is Caprock Longhorns. They're 4-0, and Lance, you covered their game, 21-20 over Randall. What about the Longhorns so far?
Well, Seth Parr's done a great job, Jon Mark, just getting them to believe that they're a football program, that they're competing. You know, they got down in that game, could have given it up, 20-7, and come back and win the game. So they're able to do that now, and he's done a great job, and those kids believe, and they've worked hard. Yeah. Let's give them credit. I mean, this just didn't happen like, hey, all of a sudden we show up and we're 4-0. These young men have worked hard, and they have a really nice quarterback in Gerardo Ruiz. Calm, cool under pressure, and kind of leads them down the field with a 90-yard drive.
Right. Yeah, and they're learning how to win in different ways now. And a good test this week is they play a pretty decent Friendship team who got spanked by Hereford. And this is a team with a lot of tradition. You know they're going to come back, and they're going to really sell out against the Longhorns, who now are coming off an emotional game. Can they get up again, or will they be flat this weekend? So this is a pretty good test for Caprock. And then the last undefeated team, no surprise, is Muleshoe at 2-0. They've got a 30-game regular season winning streak.
30 games, Jon Mark.
They take that to Bushland Friday night. So what do you expect in that one?
Well, Bushland, is kind of, they got their quarterback injured in Brett Wilhelm, and I heard he's healthy now, so he'll be back. But Muleshoe is kind of a surprise this year. Everybody thought, hey, we'll be down a little bit. 30 games in a row they won in the regular season. That is going through a few junior and senior classes, so it's not by accident now, and Coach Wood does just a tremendous job up there. You will see a violent game because Muleshoe wants to get going again, and Bushland is desperate for a win.
Right. Well, we've talked about a couple of bigger games with our undefeated teams for this weekend. Let's take a look at some couple of others. Lance, we've got Clarendon and Sunray, and boy, you've got to do it all, running back or whatever he wants to do with Clarendon.
Yeah, Johnny Gaines is one of the great backs and great tracksters, great basketball player. Also plays baseball too. So just a tremendous young man too, very intelligent, great quote to talk to. And they went up to Wellington, got a nice win, rivalry game. This is still out of non-district because the 1A classes have shortened up their districts. But huge rivalry. Both are on a nice roll, 4-1. And Sunray will have its hands full with Clarendon.
Yes. Of course, District 3-4A is now in their second week. You've got Hereford playing at Dumas. Hereford coming off a big win at Friendship. Dumas winning at Plainview. What do you think?
Well, I mean, going into Dumas, I mean, it is a tough place to play on any night, and with a district game on the line. Plus, I think Don DeLozier has not beaten Mike Burt yet, the Hereford coach. So he's got a little personal thing going on there. I know they kind of rib each other during track meets in the off season. Right. But bottom line is Dumas really plays well at home. Hereford opened up a lot of eyes. Not so much with you and I kind of called that as an upset.
But the way they won.
The way they won. They were up 26-7. Right. Tremendous effort by the Herd, who has now solidified themselves probably as the team to beat in 3-4A.
I think this is a real trap game for Hereford. Emotional game at Friendship, playing an old district rival from last year. They go on the road, they get that one. Now they got to go up to Dumas, and I believe they may have Caprock the next week. So, I mean, Dumas is laying in the weeds, and I'm telling you what, Hereford's going to get their best shot. Well, speaking of last week, we got the Big State Remodeling Player of the Week, and Lance, I think we've all seen him play before. What about Ryan Martinez of Hereford? What he did?
He's just a great young man, first of all, John Mark. I think he's ranked like 6th in his class, so let's give him props for getting the job done in the classroom, along with being an outstanding football player. He lit up Friendship, John Mark, for 342 yards, tossed 3 touchdowns, and rushed for another. You saw him play against Tascosa. Very physical player at quarterback. He was a safety last year, almost like all district safety, so he's used to the contact. Really a weapon back there.
Well, he's almost made a seamless transition for Coach DeLozier from Parker Bridwell to now, because like you say, he's a threat running, he's certainly a threat passing, and he was a nightmare for Friendship. Congratulations to Ryan.
Exactly. You are a Big State Remodeling Player of the Week. Good job, Ryan.
Lightning round.
Welcome to the lightning round. Lance last week got horrible. I don't know what my record was.
At least he's honest. At least he's honest.
I don't want to know what my record was, but I think I choked because it's so fast and you got to come up with somebody so quickly. But that's what makes the lightning round fun. So let's see if we can do a little bit better. I can do a little bit better.
Hey, I so coach at the Air Force games, the lightning bolt, so I'm a little more used to it. Okay, that's where that comes from.
I think so. But I'll see if I can get better. What do we got going? I'm going to go, I hope I'm wrong here. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm going to go with Friendship in a slide upset.
I kind of agree with you in this, but I'm going to stick with the Rock until they lose. Right. Longhorns.
Canyon struggling on defense. I think Randall's going to be a little bit upset about that narrow loss. I'm going with the Raiders.
I'll go with the Raiders, too. I think they are upset with their 21-20 loss, and they will come out violent and hungry. Woo! I think Dumas, like John Mark said earlier, has an upset in them, but the Herd will prevail.
Same thing. It's going to be close. It's going to be a 4-quarter game. It's not going to be one of those games that Hereford wins quickly. It's going to be Hereford by a little bit. Oh, boy. Lynx lost last week for the first time, but they get back on the winning track this week.
Have to agree. Hornets are improved, but it's all Lynx this week. Wow, great game. You can't go against Johnny Gaines. Mr. Heisman of high school, go with Clarendon.
I agree. Sunray, a traditionally strong team, but Johnny Gaines will be a little bit too much this week. Ooh, Claude's got a couple of wins, which is not bad for those struggling Mustangs, but West Texas High has improved. Going to go with the Comanches.
I got to agree with John Mark on that one. I mean, I like what Claude's done so far, but I'm going with WT High. Ricky Treon, you owe me one. Woo, are you kidding me? Wow. Sanjak's, hey, good. They've got the 6-man thing down lately, but LaFours has been doing it forever. I'm going to go with LaFours.
Well, I'm going to go with the Pirates, too. I think they're pretty highly ranked, highly thought of in 6manfootball.com, which is the Bible of 6-man football. So I'm going to go with the Pirates. Hey, man, where are you throwing that one at me for me? I can't ever go back home if I don't pick the Tigers, so I'm going to go with Groom.
Wow, that's putting him on the spot. He's a Groom graduate. I got to go against you just so the Groomers can hate me.
Yeah, well, we can't be the same all the time.
Exactly. I'll go Lorenzo just because John Mark went to Groom.
The lightning round is over.
Finally, we want to kind of give everybody a little bit of a reminder about some ways you can check out scores on Friday night and some ways you can help us. One of the ways, Lance, is a mobile site we got called m.pigskinreview.com. Hey, you get free stuff, and who doesn't like free stuff? You got to do this on Friday, but it's available.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just participate in that. Nothing wrong with free stuff, and it's good stuff too. Also, we want you to call in your scores on Friday night, and then we have that great quarter-by-quarter update on Pigskin Review each Friday night. That's really, I mean, I'm up in the press box watching all the games that way too.
Best thing, I think it's one of the best things out there because you don't have to wait till the game is over. You can find out what it's like in progress, what's going on at halftime, what's going on in the third quarter, and we appreciate everyone who calls in with those quarter-by-quarter scores. We couldn't do it without you.
And Darcy and our staff back there at the office, they totally appreciate it too. They do a great job of updating that by quarters. And it's fun to see who's leading.
Sure.
I know you want the final score, but it's kind of fun to see how the night's going on.
Exactly.